I forgot to turn on my mic. Hi there, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. Hi there, Vault. Well, isn't that ironic? Oh, not ironic. Just a it's fun because your name is Vault. Today we're doing electronics. Yeah, this. Well, not all of this. Most of this, especially not this one. This is my beloved Raspberry Pi Pico W, which I could technically use to. Yeah, it has Wi-Fi, that's why it's W, and preset has Bluetooth. It's really great, it's really slick, and I've bent it, so yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. But this one should be working, even though it's a bit weathered, let's just say. Which is weird, because, I mean, this one looks so much better. I guess which one is bent? It's this one. Doesn't look like it, does it? But then we also have this, which is an ESP32 S2 Mini, which we will actually be using. Well, we might also use later. We have this, which we did last time, so we don't really care. And this one, which is a new piece of equipment. Hold on, let me check if Tefta... Okay, Tefta isn't in the voice chat yet. I'm just waiting. There we go. I fill my streak watching charity checkups and make it videos. How dare you! My containers on the floor. They're in the way of me reading. So, hi there, everyone. Hi, how are we doing? I guess we're gonna make it happen. We are gonna make it happen. You are absolutely correct. I'm really curious about this one because this is a fresh thing. It's a brushless DC motor controller actually, and right here we just happen to have a brushless DC motor. Isn't that convenient? You have. I honestly have no idea how to use it. Oh, on the other side. Okay, so right here we have pins labeled. So we have ground VC, motor A, B, motor C, which I'm pretty self-explanatory, right? This is the power, this is the ground, and this is for the motor. But on the other pins, we don't have those. They are actually on the other side. They are labeled on the other side. 5 volt signal, Z divided by F, VD and ground. That's so many things I don't. Well, I do understand the 5 volt and ground and signal, I guess. How we? Oh, hold on, I forgot to. Oh, damn it! I just realized. Oh no, we made a bit of a whoopsie. There we go. Make it corner. Copy, and can I just paste it? Oh, I can. Sweet. There we go. Hi there, everyone. Theft, and you are muted. I know it's on. I just in case. I like to let you know. All right. Alrighty then. How is everyone doing, by the way, on this fine evening, morning, or whenever you're joining us? Are we all doing well? Hi there, Hungry. Welcome. But yeah, this will be for later. For now, we have more pressing matters to attend to. Electronics. Yeah, electronics indeed. Electronics indeed. Wait, do you mean you're at school on a friend's data, or do you mean you're in school on a friend's date? Because those two could lead to completely different scenarios. Disco audio switch. I can't hear you on it. Oh no! Why is that? Hold on. Oh. There. Is this better? Doing splendid. Glad to hear. How about you, Mr. Make It? I'm doing really well. Well, Superband can't even make out what you are saying. Oh, hold on. Let me just turn off noise suppression, maybe? How about now? Maybe it's a... Hey, I'm doing degree in physics. Where do I start? And when do I start? I'm high school, year 1. What kind of physics would you like to do? Input device default. Yeah. Ooh. Wait. This is the default, correct? There we go.
Ah, that sounds much better.
Oh my goodness, that was so loud. Hi the theft. Yeah, I feel like Discord is incredibly intelligent, and instead of using my main microphone as a microphone is using the webcam microphone. I have no idea
no
why.
wonder.
Yeah, I have no idea why. Okay. Well, hi the
Sorry, everyone,
Tefta.
for the jump scare.
Yeah, that was on me actually. I had you really, really loud. Okay, there we go. That should be better. So, hi. Well, hi. I am scared, terrified, and excited, all three at once.
That
This probably
that's the
will be.
perfect
That is the
combination.
perfect combination. This probably will be one of my favorites. Oh no! Wait, did I forget? No, never mind. I didn't forget. I forgot I had it right here. I thought I forgot about buttons, but I didn't. I have them right here in this little
Hey, Volt.
container. Yeah, isn't it funny that
Hungry
we're doing electronics and Volt joins in right for I think it's comical, but maybe that's just me.
That is serendipitous.
You should make a video for human energy. You mean like energy inside the human body? I extension just watch the energy
Chakra.
video. No one.
You should have a video on chakras.
Oh, I could, but that would require experimentation. Oh, hold on. Let me actually show you one thing which I bought, which I think is also really funny. I remember how I mentioned how I set up an account with like a large exporter of
yeah.
electronic parts. Well, I ordered some resistors, some diodes, and these are such a like. Here, have an ESP for scale. These are such comically large. It's hard to tell, but these are so massive. Such comically large diodes. I think it's funny. And also, I think it's funny how they packaged my MOSFETs. I have them on the other side of my desk because I ordered 50 and they decided to package them like this. So, I feel like they could have been... I mean, I know this is the default, but... Yeah, so... Well, hi the Tefta.
Those are actually pretty cool. I have a couple of those. I have like... what is a shift register? And something else.
Yeah, I should really.
They're pretty nice.
I should
you can use them for multiplexing.
I should really order the book you mentioned, actually.
Oh, yeah. Surface mounted is insane though, because you really have to order the custom PCBs. And I was soldering them by hand, which is not advisable because I'm heating them up too much and then ruining the components.
I mean, I will have to learn how to solder SMDs. That's because I mean. This is fun and all. Like, the end goal would be for me to set up a cross-compiler for the Raspberry Pi, but RP2040s already came, and I ordered like 4 of them, and they are surface-mounted, so I will have to learn I ordered 4 of them, precisely because I know I'm gonna mess at least 2 of them up. Soldering surface-mounted things terrifies me. It's awful. When you have pins, you can just pop them in.
Yeah.
That's
the best thing is like a toaster oven. Literally get a syringe of liquid solder paste and a toaster oven. And if you do it any other method, you will want a soldering iron and lots of liquid flux or resin flux.
Oh no, I was just planning to get a standard soldering iron I use and some standard, soldering things and then just do it on like a 6-hour long live stream. Where I just order like 10 RP2040s and order like 10 PCBs and just like a 6-hour long live stream of trying to get one.
I don't know if you saw my 4-hour live stream of making these coffee clickers, but I ruined half of them.
Yeah. My assumption right now. Okay, I am much worse at something the review, so I'll ruin like 75 to 90%. Who is this now? This is Tefta! Unless you mean who am I? That's in which case, well, that's kind of awkward.
Well, that is an existential question. Who am I? Who are any of us, really?
Are we even real? Like,
I think it was a philosophical.
Who are we?
Yeah.
What are we?
Is this a simulation?
Is this a simulation?
Why
are we the brain? Are we the central nervous system, peripheral? Are we the body itself? Do we have a soul, or are we a consequence of neurons activating, or are we the neuron itself? It's a difficult question to answer, but I'm really glad you brought it up, Mr. X.
Is consciousness local or non-local?
Precisely. Is are only neurons affecting it? Maybe is like, for example, different bacteria are affecting it. I'm really glad you brought up that question, actually, Mr. X, because now we're going to go in detail for 2 hours straight, just talking about this question. That is a
Well, there
very
are more
Tefta make it
cells,
thing.
bacteria in your body than there are cells that are made of your body, like your actual DNA.
Yeah, that's a good question. Are bacteria in us? Should bacteria in us be considered part of our body? I mean, cells are. Cells are considered part of the body.
Yeah.
Should bacteria be
Well, I was
considered?
actually just watching this hour lecture on a geneticist saying that the DNA does not have all the information that an animal. There are so many systems in the cell that are passed by the ovum of the mom that they actually interpret and have their own logic. They have the if then statements of the cell that get applied to the DNA. It's kind of fascinating.
It's so for me biochemistry is insane because it's basically like we really often like to talk about nanotechnology and stuff like this. Cells themselves and replicating self is basically a self-replicating machine on a picoscale. That's insanity.
Yes.
Like
It is.
On one side, it's a
We
pico
are
machine.
von
On the
Neumann
other,
machines.
yeah.
We are von Neumann machines. Like literally, we fit the definition. Life does, and the fact that it's separated somehow, it's like, but there are machines. There's even motors in biology.
Yeah, and
Mechanical
on scales,
motors
on
made of proteins and molecules.
yeah, on scales so small that like the actual moving parts can be measured in atoms, not meters, not just.
Yeah.
Actually, Dennis Noble explains
crazy.
that in details. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, by the way, I should probably mention what I would like to. Well, the goal of today's live stream, I suppose I should mention. We have this ESP 32S2 Mini, very lovely board. I'm a huge fan. And what I would like to do, hold on, one of these is broken.
27 GPIOs.
Wait, really?
Yeah, well, there's 32 pins on it, but 27 of them. 27
Oh my goodness,
of them
you are right. It looks
addressable.
way small. It's really small. I'm impressed. Like, if we compare it to something like a Raspberry Pi Pico, it's like Pico is already small, and this one's just tiny. And what I would like to do today is I would like to have it communicate with the other ESP32S2 Mini, which I wasn't able to find. So instead, we're just going to use this one, which is already attached to the machine.
Okay.
Yeah,
That works.
Technically. And then I just. Yeah. By the way,
this is gonna go quick.
I hope so.
We're gonna be done in like 2 minutes.
I
5
mean,
minutes tops.
You. I can see you're trying to make the live stream as long as possible because never, and I mean never in my life have I said, "Oh, this is going to be really quick," and then the thing actually happened to be really quick. It always then takes 7 hours just to start.
Well, luckily, so the biggest question first is that I think that the S2 only has a single core, so you can't do multi-threading. So it makes ESP Now protocol very easy to implement. Because I was implementing it on a 2-core microcontroller, so that way it has really close to real-time interactions. So we will still have to have a loop, but the delay is going to be minutes.
For me, at least.
It's super awesome.
I mean, the way I was introduced to multi-threading was with Vulkan. So my view, and OpenCL, I did both, even though they're similar. And so my view of multi-threading is, well, let's just say there's a lot of boilerplate to be involved. Hold on, I should also stream probably screen walk. Yeah, that is what I would like to stream. Where should I put it? Hold on. Oh, I didn't think about it at all. So I have basically this, which is my screen. Am I supposed to put it in the corner? That's so visually unappealing. The other corner? Oh, behind us.
Right in the center. Right
in
the
yeah,
center.
like this.
I love the Tiny Make It, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I finished the Tiny Make It in 4 minutes, which I think is a. I think it's great that a short Make It took me such a short. That fun fact actually, this Make It is life sized. Yeah, it's actually a life. What I this is actually I'm 5'6" and this is what I look like in real life. Oh, right here, by the way, I know you can't see it on stream because it's so small. But this says ESP-IDF 5.3 CMD, and it's from back when I was trying to set up ESP with C, and
Uh,
it didn't go well. I still have all the files, but it did not go well. So instead, I just went with there's this one guy on YouTube. He did like a tutorial on how to set up an ESP32S2 with MicroPython, and so I just followed that tutorial, and yeah,
smart.
yeah.
Using the ESP tool and the command line to.
Yeah, this was really
Okay.
like all the links were but also in the description. It was really nice to follow. I should probably install for me only. Yeah, might as well. I don't have it only on this. I have it only on my laptop. For this one, I'm gonna use a very basic setup because, as I mentioned, this ESP. I'm sorry, Tefta, but this is the last project for which I use an ESP. I get why you like. I get why you like ESP. I really do. But my love is with Raspberry. And
Oh,
from what I've seen, it's actually much easier to set up a Raspberry with C. So
yeah.
my
Yeah,
heart
that's the
belongs to it.
beauty of. Yeah, because the beauty of Raspberry Pi is that they want it to be used as a teaching tool, and they've almost made it like a standard, like USB. So the RP2040 chip, which is the main MCU on the Raspberry Pi Pico, it's a really powerful chip, and it has
It's
2 cores on it.
yeah,
And
it's like
so it has what you need, except for it doesn't have its own Wi-Fi chip, but there's an extra chip on the ones that have the Wi-Fi capability.
yeah, but I mean, I will, as I mentioned, it will be terrifying for me to switch from this to RP, and I do plan on switching really soon. I think. I mean, I just want to get the feel for it. I just want to set up the cross compiler, do like a couple of projects, really basic ones. I have a lot of just pads that I bought specifically just to as a training exercise, like some sort of mini screens and whatnot. And then I'm just going to hopefully move straight to
Nice.
RP
We
2040
are not
and
in the same spot, Mr. X.
no, we're I mean we're close, aren't we? It's not
Yeah, pretty
not that
close.
far. Yeah, like what, couple
Centuries.
kilometers. Yeah, a couple tens kilometers, hundreds.
Well, it's funny because technically I could say that you are a distance in time away from me of like 20 milliseconds, right?
Yeah,
Because space and time are the same thing.
it's oh no, Einstein, you got us again with your funky relativity. Oh, this looks way different from what I have on my Linux. What? Why does it look so much different?
So go to view, and then you want to see, yeah, that now you want to connect to the board, and on the very bottom right you see MicroPython, and then maybe a COM
Oh
port.
yeah,
You want to
and
click on
then configure interpreter
because
if I remember correctly.
yeah, you click on yep, and it should actually just have the one. There you go.
I mean, device is in bootloader mode, but just in case.
Well, you don't want it in bootloader mode.
I mean, it's reset zero, right?
Yeah, but that's only to flash the firmware, so you wouldn't be able to talk to it if it's in that mode. You'll want to unplug it and plug it back in. Because device firmware upgrade mode doesn't allow you to modify the code on the board. It only allows you to modify the firmware.
Okay, talk to me like I'm five. I'm really new to this.
So Thani, you're interacting with an ID, interactive
Yes.
development environment. So in order to see the REPL, read, evaluate, print loop, and to modify code, it has to be in normal mode. So you have to just you can't have it be in device firmware upgrade mode because that mode is solely used to flash the firmware and nothing else.
Okay, so just reset.
Unplug and plug it back in.
Did you hear
And
that?
this
By the way,
yeah.
that was. Hold on. Maybe I should. I'm so sorry for. I am so sorry for interrupting you, Tefta, but that. But that thunderbolt kind of sounded like I was gonna die, and I had my window full open. So now carry on. I'm so sorry. I was just scared for my life.
I thought it was your chair dragging across the
Nope,
floor.
that was a thunderbolt. It was terrifying. Carry on.
So yeah, so just unplug the USB from the ESP32 and plug it back in. And don't press any buttons when you do it.
All right. No buttons pressed.
And on the bottom right, click on MicroPython, and instead of configure interpreter, it should have a list of COM ports, or it should be one COM
Yeah,
port.
and it's ESP32, right?
And what COM port, or does it say?
COM4.
Perfect. That means that you can connect to it.
There we go.
Now, when you click
Hell
on
yeah.
that, on the left, it should update and show you boot.py on the
Yes.
board. Yep, there you go. So now you are talking with the board on the left of Thani. So if
Okay.
you double click on boot.py, that will open it up.
This far, okay. I'm familiar with this process now.
Perfect. There you go. So now you're interacting with the board.
And to answer your question, hold on. Just to make sure that I'm not insane, let me just try
At
it.
Turfta, why are you pi x?
And to answer your question, Mr. X, by the way, you used only for this. Because I'm new
Yeah,
to it and I won't pretend like I'm not.
So the logo is TTAX, stands for Turfta. That's my logo. Yeah, and there's an A in between, using the negative space, because I thought I was clever.
Did I not plug it in or am I... There we go! I'm a professional, as you can clearly tell by it blinking and turning off. Comically large diode, working as intended. Alright! Oh, I guess you can't see the shell.
No, we can't see the shell at the bottom.
Yeah, because I'm in the way. Fortunately, this is a really tiny make it, so... Wait, no, I'm just gonna move this up. This looks atrocious. This looks awful. My stream setup is just
Here,
disgusting.
1 second, let me see.
There we go, top right corner, might as well.
Why don't you make it hold Alt on Thani and just have it be the shell? Because, sorry, hold Alt in OBS Studio, and what that actually just crops the image, and then you can scale up the shell for us.
Oh, you are so right.
Right. So you can crop the Thani window to just the shell and then make it bigger.
Do we want just the shell?
Yeah. Well,
Or I could
maybe
just
just crop
this.
the right part out and just make it like a
No.
vertical bar, because we don't need much width for Thani.
That is true.
So you can crop off like the right 60% of that screen.
There we go. Aesthetically, it's not... Something just... So I just heard like an electrical snap in the corner of my room. And I'm scared to look what happened. I'm just going to assume that I You didn't hear that, right? That was just in my head.
You're still streaming, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, if I wasn't, that could mean my PC just burned, and then basically I lose my only source of income. But yeah, just focus on the
By
positives.
the way, do you have a 13th gen Intel processor?
No, I don't think so.
Good. Those are going bad.
Oh, I see. I actually switched to AMD because
Nice.
it's ridiculous how many cores, like how AMD treats processors as like small graphics cards. It's really funny. All right, there we go.
That's awesome. Howdy, Medi.
Hi, there, Mehdi. Welcome. Can't find him. So you're on to. Tefta, your YouTube channel. I suppose I should plug it in.
Yeah, I do.
Hold on. Let me send you all a link. In case you all liked it. In case. Hold on. I can't focus on this and typing at the same time. I'm not that smart. My brain is single-threaded. There we go. That's Tefta.
My brain is single-threaded.
All right. So, hold on. I'm pretty certain. Did I think ahead or did I not? I didn't. Of course I didn't. Oh no! Give me a second. I have to go for a cable. And the cable.
That's perfect timing. I'm gonna make coffee and grab my ESP32.
where the weird electrical thing came from. Oh, that. No. Okay, I'm back. I'm a professional, right? So I got two separate cables for two separate uh, ESPs, and now teach me, master. How do I have them talk? Nah. Wait, did I disconnect? Hello? Oh, he went for coffee. Okay, that's fair. Thank you, Mehdi, for letting me know then. Computer and science guy. Yeah! I've picked such an extremely. It's the aliens, I'm telling you. There was like a terrifying, and I mean truly terrifying, electrical snap in the corner of my office. I'm not worried about getting shocked. I'm worried about breaking my something electrical. I have a lot of expensive electricity in my room. Office, yeah, office. Office room. Then why don't you have a car? Wait, what? What kind of segue is that? What kind of segue is that? Just segueing from a weird electrical snap to having a car. I think you are undercover Bruce Wayne. No, what? That's crazy. There's actually one guy on YouTube who's making a walking Batman suit, and it's really cool. If you have expensive electric stuff. Oh, I see. Oh, that's yeah. Still, I don't see the connection.
Okay. You don't see a connection.
No, Medi just asked me why don't I have a car if I have expensive electrical stuff, and I don't really understand how one correlates to the other. Yeah, we were just talking about the weird electrical snap because in between me and the corner of my office, there's like a camera, there is a really expensive light, there is one laptop, there's extremely concentrated sulfuric acid to add some more to the fun. There is my computer, which is probably most expensive, one of the most expensive things I own.
Ours depends on kind of your lifestyle.
Yeah, in Europe it's
Especially the type
really
of city you live
more.
in.
I mean, yeah, in Europe it's really not a necessity.
Yeah, like where I live,
yeah,
you have to have a car.
Yeah, I know. In America, in most cities, you wouldn't survive without having a car. It's like a feedback loop.
And they require you to have a muscle car too, where I live.
Really?
No, I'm just.
Oh, just go with it. Let's fool some people into thinking weird stuff. Actually, in Poland, it's a law that you need a special kind of license for owning a car, where you have like a test where they test you with knowledge about every single part of the car, just that you wouldn't get scammed when going to a mechanic. True story. No need to look it up. All right. Speaking of talking with one ESP to the
I
other.
have my ESP32. I'm following along.
I feel like there's a much better way to set it up because.
No, this is good. What? So the first thing you should do is just import ESP now in the REPL environment.
ESP now? Is that how it's spelled?
Yeah, ESP now. I think it's all lowercase.
All right. I'm just gonna save that up there. Just so I don't know actually why I shouldn't. There's no point. There we go. ESP now. And also,
so
can I open two
ESP
shells at
now
once?
Work. You can open 2 instances of Thani, and one is connected to each shell. Yes.
Oh yeah, that's good.
That's how I do it. So open up a complete new Thani window.
All right, it's not letting me. Tony, open. Okay, so Tony, I get that you're trying to be smart and you think that I'm accidentally opening you, but no, I'm doing it on purpose.
Oh, okay. Thani, you can only open one. Interesting. So, yeah,
What
you
the
just have to switch back and forth between them. That's correct. Sorry.
That's so dumb. That folder, no. Tony program shell, correct? Nope, absolutely not. Configure temperature run current script. By the way, did I mention that I like made my own graphical engine? I'm struggling with operating with Tony. Yeah,
Well,
I'm a computer
Thani,
scientist.
let's
I'm
see.
I'm professional. No, not what I care about. Process ended with exit code none. You are awful. There we go. Yeah, I thought I could just open two shells and have each one connected to a different ESP, but yeah, so COM5 is the other ESP in which I have some actual files. Oh yeah, let's delete the backup too, just to be safe.
Let me watch my own tutorial real quick and flash MicroPython.
Hold on, I think I'm getting it. Hi, the Cruise, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, music. Yeah, right. I could play some music. That's a good idea.
COM35. Fatal error occurred. Oh. By the way, don't have a 3D print, don't have Cura open when you're trying to flash a ESP32, because a lot of 3D printer programs will actually keep the COM ports or the ports occupied and won't let you use them.
Yeah,
It's like the stupidest reason.
it's actually really surprising how often this sort of thing happens where a device just can take control of something and then not let go. It's a very common issue on Raspberry Pi W, Raspberry Pi Pico W, where basically
Yeah.
if you open a socket, then even if you restart the machine, the socket, not restart the machine, if you restart it but like not hardware, only software wise, it will still keep that socket open even though it has no idea it has a socket. So you will have a socket you cannot access and you have to reboot it hardware wise. So yeah, it's surprising.
So fun.
What are you making, Make It? Actually, nothing. Well, I guess it's more about learning, you know, and it's more about the friends we make along the way. So yeah. Tak.
I guess I'm using the 123. Oh yeah, it is 123. I'm flashing my board.
Okay.
So, you know the DRR command, right? In MicroPython.
Let's assume I don't.
Yeah. So
If I
one
did.
of the coolest things about MicroPython is like in a post-apocalypse, if you just had a MicroPython board and a computer, and you wanted to figure out how it works, the dir command tells you what an object in Python does. It tells you its parameters. So, what the first thing I do if I don't have the documentation for ESP now, I would import it and then I would run the command dir esp now to see what it does, to see what's inside of it. And you can do that with even variables.
Hold on, I am
And it's sorry,
already struggling.
the syntax is open bracket, close bracket, yeah, with ESP now in the center of the brackets.
Um,
ESP now, perfect.
I'm fine. I'm not struggling in the slightest. Wait, do I have to import DR?
I think you might have to. What is that last one? Traceback error. Here, let me.
Yeah, because
I'm rebooting my board. Let me make sure that I have it.
DRR is missing.
What?
Hi, the Caspian. Welcome.
DIR?
Oh, DIR. Well, yeah, I see where I made the error now. That makes a lot more
Oh, okay.
sense, you know.
So can you make that a little bit bigger if you don't mind?
Absolutely, yeah. Hold on.
There you go. But see, this command is super nice because it will at least show you kind of what's inside of something. And so usually anything that's all uppercase is a variable that you can change, and anything that has upper and lowercase is usually like a function inside of it. So you see that ESP now is a class object, um, and it has a variable address length, ESP now base, key length, and it has some other stuff inside of it. And then it also has ESP now. So what I would type in now is DIR, kind of like you did, ESP now, period, and then capital ESP, capital NOW. There you go. And that tells you, so it's the main function inside of the class ESP now has another function called ESP now, which is the primary thing that you'll address. So you see add peer, config, get peer, whatever. But the dir command is just so helpful because it lets you kick the tires and try to figure things out on your own.
I can see how
So for
that
someone
would
like
be
me,
convenient. Yeah. Because this is
yeah,
basically like
it's
documentation, except you don't have to look it up. You just have it right there.
yeah,
Documentation attached
exactly.
to every single thing in a library.
Yeah.
By the way, Vernon, make
So
it multi-plane coding. I don't know how to start. Any advice? By the way, there's my well, happy birthday, and we'll get to that soon. Tefta, carry on.
yeah. So no, that is the bulk of what I wanted to tell you. So what are we gonna try to do?
Well, we have board A and board B right here, and I would like to just take this board and with a push of a button have it communicate that the button has been pressed to this board. So I know how to
Okay.
no press of a button. That's baby easy. I don't the communications where I'm struggling.
Yeah. So let me. For some reason, my board isn't showing up. So okay, let's look up the documentation of ESP now again, because the only thing that we're gonna need is the MAC address of the other one. We could actually just broadcast it to everything, but so ESP now documentation MicroPython. Okay, I'm gonna paste this into chat.
So Vernon, if you'd like to learn coding, I would first recommend you decide what kind of coding you'd like. If depending on kind, you have to pick a language. That's a good first step. If you just want utility, the best one is undeniably Python. If you'd like to make quick programs, and I mean really, really quick, it's C or Rust. And if you'd like to make web stuff, it's PHP and JavaScript. And then based on that, just make stuff. Just straight up make stuff, and when you don't know how to do something, just look it up and then try to figure out as many things as you can on your own. On the very beginning, you won't be able to figure out much, but then as you go on, you just remember more and more things, more and more utilities, and then in the end, you'll be able to make a full program just by thinking about how it should work. Yep. Is it one of those oh no, it's not. Oh, maybe it is.
If scroll down to where it has the sender and receiver code, it's right below the table of contents at the top.
I see. So just standard setup network, and then
Yeah. So you want the network interface that you're going to have to turn on and turn off. You want to activate it. Then you're going to just use the letter E to be the espnow.espnow. And then you have to add a peer. That's super important. ESP now does not work if you don't add a peer. And in this demonstration, they're just having you add a junk address. which you can also add the broadcast address. So the most difficult thing about setting this up is adding the peer. So once you've added the other device to each other, it will be easy peasy.
Okay.
But you can literally just copy and paste the sender text.
Hold on. Do I need to be
into...
connected to a network? Am I...
No. ESP now is
That's
independent of the
so
network.
sweet. Oh my goodness, that's
it is its
outstanding.
own.
That is
Yeah.
great. I am so glad I asked you for help. That's the thing. That's
Yeah.
precisely the thing with like experts in different topics. You just
Yeah.
you all just know stuff which I wouldn't even think of were a case. If I was to set up,
we could have added onto your home network.
yeah, precisely.
Right?
Like if I was doing it myself, I would just like connect it to the network, connect both of them to the network, and then have them work with sockets. But like peer to peer is obviously a better way to do it in this case, and like that obviously.
So first, let's find the Yeah, we want to find the MAC address, and my stupid MicroPython is not working. I don't know if my board is just messed up or what. But yeah, you want to find the MAC address of your device.
Import network. Like
so
this.
It's gonna be in the E. Yeah, in
network.lan.star.config in Mac. If I am reading this correctly.
Yeah.
No, LANstar, that's okay. So this, except LANstar is not read itself, it's network dot run network dot sta if. Huh, that looks kind of right. Can we get it in different
there you
writing?
Go. Now you have your MAC address. So that's for the one device. That's probably the sender, is my guess.
Yes, that is.
So you really need to run this code on the receiver, because you don't even need to have the receiver talk much. But so you really want the other devices.
So you just want the receiver to know which device is sending code, but the sender can just send it out into nothingness. So
the opposite. Well, you can always just add the broadcast address, right? So a broadcast address just says every device that wants to hear this signal get it, right? And you could do that, and it's usually all Fs, but just because we're programming,
we're professionals, yeah, precisely. We don't want any malicious hackers to steal our button information.
Yeah.
And that's why.
So the sender needs to know the receiver's MAC address.
I see.
Send
okay.
it to the correct
that
place.
does make sense.
And that's all we need.
Right here, import network, and then this is the MAC address of the receiver. So this is the sender, I think. I hope. Is it? Yes. Okay, this is the sender. And
okay.
into it, we just want to replace this, correct?
Yeah, you want to paste in the peer with the address from the receiver's peer. Yeah, the receiver's MAC address.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, so now you're going to be sending this. Well, go ahead and hit F5 or save the boot.py and try to run this and see if you get an error. Because sometimes you will get an error.
Yep, line 12.
You have to, yeah, so adding the peer sometimes it says error ESP now exists. So do a try except. So the reason why that error happened is because it already had the peer listed, which makes me think that it's its own MAC address. Are you sure that's the receiving one?
This is the sender.
You can say here. I'll accept E as exception. I'll type that
Except,
in.
oh, I am
Accept
not good with
E
Python.
as exception. I don't know if I spelled that correctly.
Except, all right, E as exception. Yeah, looks correct.
And then you can just print E after the indent. Yeah, print E. Oh, you don't want E because you're using the E variable up above. So put it EX, except EX as exception. Because we have E as the ESP now.
It's still
Except
struggling.
EX and EX. There we go.
It's still struggling in line 13.
EX. Never mind.
Oh wait,
Just
EX
delete.
isn't defined. Except EX as exception.
Never mind. Just delete the EX as exception. You don't need to know why it errors. Delete. Just have the accept and then colon. I can't get my code.
Oh, it just
Okay.
walked. Oh wait, did it? I don't think so.
Yeah, because it printed E, so you know that it didn't work. But that's so fine, because the reason why we have a try except is because the peer is sometimes added, and a lot of times the peers will stay in like some type of memory source that is persistent after boots, which is interesting because there's a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes that we don't know what's going on. So you want the try except, and you just so that way the code works.
Okay, how do we remove the peer
But
then?
just leave it like this. It works.
Okay,
It will work. And so
I trust.
the ESP micro boards will save like SSIDs of the Wi-Fi and some other variables, and that memory persists after boots. And it's just good to have a try except because you're just trying to make sure the peer is added. And it successfully sent e.send peer string I times 20. So it did all that. So it's doing everything that we want, and it didn't error when it tried to send. And if you got an error while sending that says peer does not exist, well, then that's a problem. But you didn't get that, so everything's working.
Okay. Now what?
So yeah. So now use the receiving program, the receiving code on the documentation on the receiving ESP and upload that code so you can test to see whether it gets it.
Done. There we go. So there we go. So just run it.
Yeah, run it. Now, run this and unplug and plug back in the sender ESP32 or just hit reset because it will automatically run the boot code and you should be able to see it in the REPL environment if it worked properly.
It doesn't appear to have worked.
If message, print host message. So yeah, so let's click into the REPL or the shell and hit Control C. And this is in the receiver ESP.
So
What up? Yeah, and hit Control C one more time because you want the 3 arrows. Control C again. There you go. There you go. So now, write the code to get its MAC address again, please. We need to verify.
Does I have it copied? Of course I don't. That would be way too simple. Hold on. This is COM5, so this is the receiver. So copy this, and then if we go to COM, that's still COM5. If we go to COM4, this, which is the sender, 10 of this boot. Open this boot up. There we go. HCX90 991. Yeah, it's the same one.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Now under accept, just hit print, print, and then some string. Just because Python doesn't like to have a colon without a tab on the next line, and it could be erroring.
Hey. It is the exception.
There you go. Okay. So now run that. Okay, good. It printed A, and then it sent it. Do at the very top, hit import time. And then after e.send, do time.sleep bracket 1. So we'll wait 1 second. Or 0.1.
I'm going to 0.3 just to be.
But you want this in the for loop.
I see. Oh yeah, because we are constantly sending. That is true.
This will allow us to kind of troubleshoot it. Because you can actually keep it connected, and it's long enough because it's times 300. So you can run this, switch to the other one.
And we have 30 seconds basically to.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
Let's do it then.
So go ahead and run
5
this.
and run the other one. Yep, it's good.
Yeah.
There we go. That looks to be working pretty well. Well, that's actually the most. That's actually the only difficult part now.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
cool.
you're getting it. Isn't that sweet?
That is
so-
really clean.
So the only thing that you need to know outside of this is on the receiver program, if you want to convert it from a byte string, and that's what those are. So that's just has like a little header saying that this is a string that's encoded in UTF-8. So in order to decode the binary data that's sent on the receiver, just type in whatever variable, which I think it's MSG, and then just say like string text equals MSG dot decode, and then open bracket, close bracket, UTF-8, and I'll so message plain string equals message dot decode UTF-8 like this.
I mean, wait. If we send a single number, however, will it also encode it as?
Yes, everything is going to be encoded into a byte object of a UTF.
No, I see. So
that's just how the ESP-NOW protocol works. And your maximum characters are 250.
No, that's
so you can only have
more than
250
fine. We, as I mentioned, we just need to send one number, so I feel like we're gonna do just fine. Well, let's do it then. So, what we would like to do then is if message print host message. If message is bn, then we're gonna finish, but we're not gonna finish yet. And now we just need to do the button detection, which once again should be pretty simple. Because we should just be able to, could not find definition, I don't even know what that means. Python just, I mean, I love it. It's
so
great.
fun.
It's really great.
Yeah.
It's just that, it's, well, I don't know. I'm having trouble explaining. Yeah, precisely. Oh, you mean to tell me you can just create it?
Then I'm not smart.
You mean just tell me you can just create a string without allocating the memory first? Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Shocking. Oh wait, so actually with the button it's gonna be it's so like it's dumb easy. I just need 2 buttons, so like this. I can just connect them straight to the pins and then have one pin be an output, the other one be an input. I should though first figure out like which pin is going in. Let's do 1 to 4 and 6 to 10. One's first.
Really? Do you have any solid core wire?
I know it by that name.
Oh, okay.
Have a nickname or?
Solid core wire is really good for breadboards. So like a lot of wire is like braided copper, but solid core, it looks like it just has a solid piece of copper. And what's nice about it is that they are good male-to-male breadboard wires.
then I don't. I mean, I have the jumper cables. It's called.
Okay, yeah.
I have those. It's just that they're on my other desk, and it's like 2 meters away. And that's where the scary electrical sound came from, and I'm just terrified for my life. Okay, I don't like it because the breadboard because it's getting not the breadboard. This is getting hot, not the owie
Yeah.
kind of hot, but it's getting hot like make it you're about to break me kind of hot, and that's bad news.
Yeah.
I should just get the shouldn't I? I should just get the cables. Hi
You
there,
should,
pollution. Hi there,
because
Siaki. Hi there, Samuel. A
you
second.
could easily ruin one of those.
I have them in my cup. Now I have a cup of coffee and a cup of cables. The only two I'll ever need. The more we making it. Yeah, no, yeah, we'll make it. I believe. Also, it's a personal mission of mine because I don't even remember who said it, but someone, I think it was a Ninja. Oh yeah, it was Ninja. Ninja told me that last stream, when I was testing stuff out, I used a yellow cable for the plus and yellow for the minus, and Ninja told me that I should really use red and black so that I wouldn't mistake the plus for minus and minus for plus. And so specifically for
Yeah.
that reason, from now on, I am only going to use single colored cables where I should use multiple colors, precisely because I know that it will annoy people. Because, it's not the proper way to do it, because then I could mistake them. So, out of pettiness, we're only going to use green cables for this one. I have more. Normally I use red for plus, blue for minus, yellow for controlling, but for this one we're just going to use green.
Sweet.
All right.
So yeah,
Carry on. I'm not focusing here. I'm just plugging the cables.
so the easiest way. Oh yeah. That might work.
2, 3, 5. All right, let's do 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 and 3 will be our sending, and 3 and 4 will no wait, 2 and 4 will be sending, 3 and 5.
So you
will be
only need
receiving.
2 pins. Yeah.
I
only
need
need
2
2
buttons.
pins.
2 buttons, so 4 pins.
Yeah, you only need
oh,
2 pins.
3 pins then.
3, yeah, 1 for ground.
Yes.
So ground on one side, because you'll just pull down these pins.
Oh, hi the
and you'll be able
ninja,
to
by the way. Speak of the devil and ninja shall appear. Wait, ground or voltage?
Ground. That would voltage would be a pull up, but we can just do pull down.
Oh, I forgot that technology works better than it did in 1920s. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah, you're
that's
right.
what I do. It's my easy method. Is just pull the pin down, and then you're reading a 0.
Esther, I
instead
would
of a
have
1.
one request for you. And no matter how obvious and easy your methods might be in the future, please do tell me about them, because you have crazy lot of experience. And one thing which I found most really often happens with a lot of experts, like you all have a problem realizing just how much you know about the subject.
Yeah.
In comparison to me, you have a PhD in electrical engineering.
Just those buttons, you are making sure that the lines on the bottom are.
I absolutely never remember which way you plug them in, so I'm just gonna look it up.
Yeah, because on the bottom of those 6mm push buttons, which is what you have, there's a line that shows you the separation. Because 2 pins are connected to each other and 2 pins are not.
Yeah, so 1 and 2 are connected. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm dumb, but I did just look out a button pinout, so.
Yes. No, you have to. Like, it's not dumb.
I like that you agreed.
A requirement.
Wait,
no,
1 and 2 are okay.
Because
so this way.
Well, yeah, because if you look on the bottom of the button, there's literally a big gash that shows the separation. So you just make sure that the pins on either side, one on the left side of the gash, those are 2 connected, and on the right side. That's how I visualize it.
Right, so we measure them like this measurement, and then all we need is... I could do it in a smarter way, I just realized. Yeah, okay, hold on. What am I could just use another cable, but now I'm determined to only use 3. I could just do it like...
Well, you have to use 4 just because...
I can plug in both buttons to the same source, and then like this. And then the red line can be the ground, and then these can be. Wait, no, am I doing it right? 1 and 2 are
No,
connected.
the red
No,
line can be ground. I just find that funny.
Yeah. Oh no, I did mention how we're gonna use wrong colors for absolutely everything, and colors will not make sense from now on. I need to.
Now you can use 3.
But no, I can't because because they don't fit on the side. I need to do them on the side this way in order for me to only use 3. But the pins are not. Screw it. I'll use 4 cables. I tune in the moment, make it finish explaining how he's using 1 color. Face wasn't deaf by the gods, yeah. And Ninja, don't worry, Ninja. If it's any consolation, you can always remind yourself that it's your fault for why I'm using only 1 color for this entire circuit, and as many circuits are possible in the future. I can't wait till we get to the PCB designing. That's gonna be a fun part. Because now I'm basically doing like first grade electronics. But once we get to PCB designing, that's when we'll really start. So ground, you say? Okay. ESP32 S2 mini pin out because I don't want to turn it over. The ground is there are 2 ground pins, correct? Yeah. Okay. On the right of the thing, so right here. I'm gonna use both ground pins. Both or just one? Both. Might as well. We can afford it. We have both of them free. I am fine, and it's relaxing. By the way, Teft, anything interesting while I'm trying and failing to assemble 2 freaking buttons? Anything?
Sure. What do you want to know?
No, I just how your day is going. If anything's happening.
I have the day off, so it's kind of nice. But I do have some consulting clients. So I have a meeting to consult with a company that I have like a 8-week project for.
That's really cool.
Which is kind of I really enjoy doing it. So I get to go in, look at their systems, improve it, and utilize my skills to help. And I just enjoy it. And it's artificial intelligence, so applying AI in businesses. So I feel like I finally found what I'm good at and what I enjoy doing. And I just feel grateful that I.
You are a genuine AI expert right now.
Yeah,
professional, genuine AI expert. Remember back when we did a live stream about AIs, and like I added an arrow pointing at me who said, I think having a mental breakdown, something like that, and an arrow pointing at you saying, actual AI expert. And back then you were like, oh no, you shouldn't call me an AI expert. And now you are a genuine professional. Yeah, that's your title. You're paid to be an AI expert.
So yeah, I love technology, so I'm just very thankful. So it's easy to get stressed about certain things, but the stress goes away once I start doing the work, just because it's enjoyable.
I found it for myself too, actually. Ever since I started doing electronics more and chemistry, practical electronics and practical chemistry, my life improved so much. Like, every now and then I used to get these thoughts like, oh no, ASI is gonna kill us all. But now if I get these thoughts, I'm like, okay, it might, but I'm still having fun.
Yeah.
I feel like, genuinely, people who have existential should just have more fun in their life. I'm not struggling, by the way. I would just like everyone to know, who's watching the stream right now, that I am capable of putting a button into a breadboard. And it's fine. There's no problems. I can do it. It's just 2 buttons make it. How could you be? Well, you're not struggling, make it. You're doing fine. You're good at this.
Well, if it's any consolation, I'm still flashing MicroPython onto my ESP32, and I haven't got it to function yet.
Teta, I can't put the 2 buttons in. Okay, yeah. I think I got it. All right, the code should be trivially easy. However, so that's good. Is this the right boot? It's so upsetting that you can't have 2 boot files open for 2 breadboards at the same time. Have to recheck every single time. Who's this guy? AI expert, PhD in electrical engineering, decades of experience. No, I mean, I did mention, I would like to clarify, I did mention in relation to me, PhD in electrical engineering. I don't want to spread misinformation, but at the same time, you did leave out a couple of titles. Like for example, the amount of non-profits theft is doing. Also, send it to you. Kushgesak did a short on YouTube about how gathering info. It's uncanny. Okay, I have to show it to you. Okay, I actually do have to show it to you. It's basically uncanny. They did a short, basically about Open Masu, but without having it about Open Masu. Oh, hold on. And also, another thing, they made a video called AI Humanity's Final Invention, and 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And I've been saying it for such a long time. I've been calling it Last Human Invention. I honestly feel like a copyright strike is in order at this point. I think they called it Humanity's Final Invention and not Last Human Invention because then I would copyright strike them. Can stop extension. Oh, where is it? There was there was a short. AI can literally lend you a hand, and I'm gonna send it to you.
Oh wow.
Yeah, based on the
Yeah.
title, it's actually exactly what you expect it to be. Here. This is basically a short about Open Masu. It's a short about how AI can help you to gather information from finger movement from the arm in order to then use that information from the arm muscles to then make prosthetics. It's Open Masu,
That's funny.
except I
Yeah.
like the second I saw it, I was
Well,
like, oh my goodness.
If I did my job correctly, every company will just use what I've done, and I don't need. Yeah.
Not only
Because the
company.
important thing is the information is out there.
Yeah.
It's a solvable problem. Yeah. So just use it.
Thank
That's
you,
the
by the way,
nature of open source.
Samuel. Don't worry, make it. We are very proud of you. Thank you for being proud of me for putting a button in. Positively. All right, wait. Which pins?
Now, I
did
don't
do?
know if those pins can connect to the ESP like that. Have you done that?
A couple of times. It worked sometimes. It works like 3 out of 4 times, I would say. So right here, we basically want. Oh wait, import. And then, oh, I didn't do pin in much at all. I mostly just, is it pin 2, then pin in, and then do you just value and then just release the value of, or?
Oh, so yeah, you can do that. You're directly addressing it. So you're importing pin. I would just put a variable.
I think I did 2 and 4. Well, that's what the pinouts are for. But funny enough, but remember what I mentioned about you being the leading, like, you know, ESP32S2 Mini creator out there? First image on that goes from Open Masu. First image. Right here at the bottom it says child made for Open Masu dog. And I find it really funny.
And that's who you're streaming with right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm streaming with right now. Walking on ESP is like the leading top 1 creator for ESP. Also, your video on flashing ESP with MicroPython is would be the 3rd most famous video on my channel. It's like I only have 2 videos which are more famous than that one. Only 2 out of, well, at this point I think hundreds that I've made. So that's a really popular video.
It was a calculated move, right? Because I was starting a YouTube channel and I'm like, well, I'm going to make some resources that are invaluable. And so I actually, if you solve a small problem so well that it's like the de facto go-to, it's great for search engine optimization. So that's why I made the diagram, is to bring awareness to open muscle. I'm like, I'm going to make the best diagram so that way people learn about my project, because there's no other way to get them, except for now you talk about it all the time. So I appreciate it.
I mean, yeah. I'm just a huge fan. There's going to be a scenario similar to having no clue what the fuck you have written after not going through it for a long time when it comes to electronics fiasco. Ninja, trust me, I am... Okay, I have a nasty habit of naming things in... Oh, that's curious. Oh, that's
it's a random number generator.
good.
job.
That's
You
great.
created a random number
I've created a
generator.
number generator. That's good. Cool.
So zeros mean that the button is pressed, and ones mean that it's not pressed.
Process ended with code 0. Oh, stop, restart. No, don't start the code. I just stop doing it. There we go. Sweet. All right. So oh, this is interesting. It's something. It might be my breadboard.
I don't think it's your breadboard. I think
Yeah,
it's
I
the
don't think
fact
it's
that
either.
those pins are not connecting to the copper on the. So what I usually do is I solder header pins on one row on each side.
Ooh, that would be
To the
smart. Or I can just
ESP32.
use the header pins that came with the ESP. Just plug it. Wait, do I have to solder them or can I just put them in?
You have to solder them if you want a good connection.
Ah, it's this again. Hold on, let me bring my soldering iron.
Yeah. And you want to be strategic on which pins.
Oh no! But the soldering iron was where the loud electrical crack happened. I just remember that only after I came. Okay. Okay. Well, last time, it took me what 3 hours to solder something. Let's see if I improved.
3 hours?
Yeah, don't remember.
Yeah.
It was.
It should only be about 15 minutes. We should get that done fast.
If this is going to take me 15 minutes, I'll be disappointed in myself. I'll just have
15?
this should take me 4 minutes, if I'm being honest. If it takes me longer than 4 minutes, then I'll just be.
So I use breadboards to solder. So what I usually do, you want the outermost row. You don't need the innermost row.
Yeah, and I want it on the side of the ground, just.
Yeah. But use the breadboard. Like literally put the pins into the breadboard. The header pins. And then put the ESP on top of it. It's just going to be the easiest way.
Wait, so not like this?
That works too.
Oh, I don't understand the process of it. Hold on. Like.
Because you want it here. Let me show you.
I'm really struggling with understand exactly. Oh.
No problem. I'll just show you. A second.
And also the soldering material would be come in handy, which I once again also forgot from my. At this point, hold on.
So.
I'll be right there. Just need the.
Yeah.
Oh no, not this again. I did no.
I gotta find my breadboard.
Yeah, I forgot. Oh, the soldering thing. I'm back. At this point, it would be easy if I just set up my stuff on the other table. All I have to do right now is just solder one pin.
So you see me in Discord?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, I see you now. Let me just pop you on.
Yeah. So I don't know where my breadboard is.
Can I pop you on stream, by the way? I did not ask for permission, so sorry.
It-
There we go.
No, I don't mind at all. So you want this. I usually just
from the
stick it in the
bottom.
breadboard. Right? Yeah, because you want them on the bottom and you want the row that has ground and 3v3.
Oh, I thought, I mean, this one would be a bit easier for me if I do it this way, because then I can just, I'm not quite as experienced.
Yeah, but so what usually you want is that it looks like this, where you have the ESP, then the plastic.
Oh, I am
underneath.
an idiot. Oh my goodness, I am an idiot. I can just do it. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So that way, on the top where you're gonna solder, all you should see
Smart.
are the pins.
Okay, well,
There you go. Like that. So the reason why I just stick that in the breadboard is because it makes it flush. So I literally have the device in the breadboard when I'm soldering because it can be a pain to do it that way.
there we go. Oh, I am such a professional. On the first try, it's already sticking. All I need to do is just... I've learned from my mistakes.
Yep.
Kind of. Let's try that. Never mind, I've learned nothing. Okay, well.
So the trick.
I am
the
really
trick
bad
to
at this.
soldering-
Take it back.
So the trick to soldering is what you're trying to do. So listen to my
I
instructions.
am right hand dominant
doing
and I'm
that.
doing it with left hand. That's the first thing.
Stop doing that.
Yep.
Stick this into the breadboard.
Oh, on the breadboard.
Like-
Oh, I see the problem.
Yes, stick it into the breadboard so you don't have to hold it in the air. Literally just push it in, the pins into the breadboard.
Okay, well, that's the first problem. I can't put them in for some reason.
Yeah, it is a little bit stiff. You'll have to find. But the reason I do this is to make sure it lines up, and especially if you do 2 rows of pins. And as long as you solder quickly, you're not going to melt your breadboard. But oftentimes, if you can just imagine if your pins were at an angle, you wouldn't be able to stick them into the breadboard after they're soldered. So yeah, and what you are trying to do with a soldering iron is to touch the pin and the copper circle trace on the board, and then add solder to it, because you want the copper on the PCB to be hot and the pin to be hot when you give it solder, so that way it absorbs the solder into the joint. Soldering is mostly heat transfer and nothing else.
Fuck! Okay, don't panic, make it. You're okay. No, okay, no panicking. I'm fine, I'm doing well. By the way, did I mention that I also have my lab power supply in the way, and so if I move my left hand a bit too much to the left, I just get shocked? It's a really fun game of like the Doctor Surgeon. It's like a really fun Doctor Surgeon game,
Yeah.
except, you know, I can just burn myself with a 500 degrees Celsius hot iron. It's really fun.
I gotta show off this on stream because it makes me look smart.
Oh, I got shocked again, that's good. Okay.
That's good.
You would be surprised how much a random everyday objects can sting when you're using a lab power supply. I don't know how good your... I'm assuming you have a lab power supply.
I do.
Yeah, okay.
My power supply.
So I know...
This is my de facto power supply.
Oh, I was gonna buy this one actually, but I went with a cheaper option. Mine looks really similar. It's just like one floor smaller.
Yeah.
And I don't know what... Oh, another thing, which I don't know
Oh.
if I shown off
Oh,
nearly
oh.
enough.
Oh, this is hilarious. I got it on my desk.
Actually, could
There we
you...
go. Now I'm totally in the zone.
That would be so confusing to people watching right now. If someone just,
Yeah,
you know,
I know.
joins in right
That's
now
great.
and sees me, well, sees me with face cam.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Like, make it. You have a beard? What?
I mean, I do have a beard in real life. But it's not as fancy as yours. I'm jealous, if I'm being honest. Make it face reveal? Yeah, Tilly, make it face reveal.
Yeah.
But hi to Mr. Fleean. What a curious time to join. I just realized I've made a big whoopsie. Now have
So
to
I
unplug the
actually
cord.
added pad to my mask, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't to mine. And I'm the one who, you know, actually has to wear a mask, and I'm the one who didn't add a pad. Because once again, I am not that smart. I should make a better one. So far I have 4 masks. 3 of them which are functional. One which is my main one, which I use for videos. One, ooh, coffee clicker! Hell yeah.
Yeah. So this is the most up-to-date coffee clicker.
Oh, this should be working. Hold on, let me check the pins. You know what, the pin out would be so much easier. Let me actually pop you out on OBS. Oh, I already have Tefta Discord. I just have... Yeah, there we go. I already had Tefta Discord saved on OBS.
Oh, nice.
Just for you. There
Nice.
we go, hold on. I'm a professional. The screen is such a mess right now with this many. Okay, there we go.
It's Inception.
Yeah, and ESP pin out.
Oh,
The pins we're looking
you want to see
for
something even
is.
cooler?
Oh hell yeah!
This is my veneer caliper.
Oh, that's such. Oh, that's so professional. Well, I can show off mine for as a. This is what mine looks like. It's just a piece of metal. It's not even
nice,
a good
nice.
one.
Those are good.
I actually
like
got it
those.
for free because
Those are awesome.
I am
Especially those solid metal ones.
Yeah. Well, I actually got this one for free, precisely because it's lower quality. I am extremely frugal. That's a skill you tend to, which is actually kind of counter to considering how much money I've spent just this week on random chemical and electrical equipment. To be fair, I did need most of the chemical equipment. I did not need most of the electrical equipment. For anyone curious, it's around $300 to $400 just this week. But yeah, now we have the ground on the second pin. Oh, I don't want to remove this again because these buttons will fall off. Okay, so we need the pin number outside pins, both connected to the ground. Ground, which is right here, so it's the second one. Nope, I'm moving the ESC closer. I'm actually really excited for. Oh, the reason, by the way, why I'm learning electronics is because I want to build a robot. This technically is a robot, but it's garbage. I want to build a good one. And it would be really fun, because first of all, when I say good one, I mean a good one. So, stuff like, well, going with a microcontroller instead of the dev breadboard, the obvious one. But also, I got myself, and already came, a card reader module, which I would like to figure out how it works. From what I understand, there is a standard. That's another such a convenient thing about electronics, which not many people realize how many standards there are. You just buy a random card reader module and there's just a standard with which you can just use it right away. Pin number 37 and 35 is what we should have. Lost connection. Well, that makes sense if it's not plugged in. Good track.
37.
I just got shocked again because I put my hand on the power supply. I should really move it out of the way. Okay. Which pins did I got shocked and I forgot.
35 and 37.
Yes, 35 and 37 indeed. Alright, 35, 37. This time, hopefully, it won't be a random number generator. Backend is not ready. Well, then be ready. Oh, you can't perform. Backend is not ready.
Start, stop. There you go.
There we go now.
And hit Control C. Yeah, there you go.
C.
Now you can.
Okay, so one of the pins is a random number generator, but the other one appears to be working. Nope, one of them is just not connected and the other one is a random number generator. Okay, progress, kind of, I would say, right? So,
well, why don't you?
I can switch to the other breadboard actually, because it might be
let me look at my code. One second.
I mean, it's certainly not a code issue because, well, it's just 2 lines or 1 line repeated.
I gotta look at the menu.
I got some code.
Yeah, so you want this. So this is what I have the code for the pins. So button 1, pin 4, pin in,
pin pull up. Oh, that's. I didn't know that was even possible.
Yeah. And that's what you want for this. So I think it's gonna pull up the pin to a high voltage, and it's gonna detect when you pull it down to ground.
But
that's
I mean, it won't fix the random number generator.
Well, actually, yeah, try it. Try it. It
Yeah.
could, because the random
Oh.
number generator is it's reading the value, which could be changed on how
Oh,
it's
hold on.
running.
Dot value, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, at the end of the.
Over
Yep.
1, that seems to be correct. Okay,
Yeah, so now press the buttons and they'll turn to zeros.
okay, so we're halfway there.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
So,
that's practically there.
well, check your.
As a sanity check,
check.
I'm gonna replace the buttons with new ones just in case I.
Well, what I would say is, never mind. But you want to use your multimeter to just double check that they're connected to the ground pin.
Yeah, first I'm gonna move them right here because for sticks. My multimeter is on the other side of the room again, so I'm trying to delay that as much as possible. I really should have just set up my computer on the other side of the room. It would be quicker. I have everything over there, from like random chemical equipment through all the electrical equipment, just everything.
That wouldn't be
Every 3 seconds. What's the fun in that? Alright. These are the ground pins. This. The buttons aren't popping into the breadboard, which I don't know if that's what's supposed to happen or if it's a me problem.
They have an angle to them.
What? Why is my OBS
they're
disconnecting every 3 seconds too? Oh my lord, I can't put it in, can't get it out. Well, it's fine. You wanna stay there, so badly stay there. Like
So those 6mm buttons work perfectly bridging the center of the breadboard, where there's that center line and gap.
Oh, well.
They work perfectly by straddling it, and you also want their line on the bottom to be matched up with the line on the breadboard. That's how most people will put buttons on a breadboard.
It's actually too small to bridge the gap.
Those might be 4mm buttons then.
Line like this. This means the outer ones are connected, right?
Yes. The separation, that line separates the 2 bottom pins from the 2 top pins. That's correct.
So like this.
So the 2 bottom pins are like soldered together on the inside. Yeah.
Reband down shape. Did I mention that, by the way, when it comes to the video about practical electronics video, I finished 1/3 of it today. I went from practically 0% finish to 1/3 finish. It's the beauty of practical videos. You just have to finish the practical thing and then it's easy. And actually really excited about it. I'm gonna send you the finished thing after the stream. It's really fun.
Awesome.
I'm quite comical. I do say so myself. Alright, play. Well, now it just doesn't make sense. Now you're just being silly.
Ones. Okay. So why don't you just omit the button completely and just use a wire? Which wire is connected to 35 and just tap the wire to ground while it's reading those.
Mm-hmm. Why did it just hold on? This makes even less sense. Okay, so so it just printed AAA out of nowhere, which makes absolutely no sense code-wise. It printed AAA with a okay, if I tap it to the ground, it doesn't do anything.
It should.
It just
so are you sure that pin might not be connected to the either 35 or 30? Yeah, well, because the very top one is the EN pin, so that resets the board.
Very top one is the That's the femur.
No, never mind. That's a different row.
Ground.
I was thinking of the other
Okay.
side.
So ground is
'Cause
the
you
second
are-
from the top. Yeah, so this one.
No. Yeah, so you're not on 35, 37. Perfect.
Now let me try it like this.
Yeah. Okay.
0, 1. Okay, yeah. As always, Shocker, you're right. It's just not solid.
There you go. Yeah.
It's annoying because
So
I have
that
to wait
one's
for
working.
soldering iron to heat up again because I turned it off, didn't want to burn myself. All right.
So even when you solder those pins, you know, you have to be careful. That's why the header pins are pretty.
Wait. Is that make it?
Pretty
Yeah,
important.
in the bottom left corner, that's me actually. I'm really handsome. Wait, why do I actually have your logo in the bottom right? That's silly. We have you in this. There we go. Now we have a tiny make it and a Tefta. The you wish make it.
Nice,
I do
nice.
wish. That is true. All right. And then just. All we want is just give it enough energy for it to form metallic bonding. How difficult could that be? Okay. Try it again. Like this. Soft reboot, yeah. Then if we do this right here. Ah! Perfection. Works exactly as intended. So now if we plug both of these into the ground. Actually we can just plug one into the ground and the other one. First one.
Sweet.
Wait, that's... Yeah. And plugged in. Never mind. These two are plugged in correctly. These two are plugged in correctly. Is it the breadboard? I'm getting
Ta-da.
zeros. No, what are you doing in the back? I'm doing behind my back.
So, Rubik's Cube.
Ah, I see. Smart people stuff. Well, I'm struggling with just plugging in two buttons, so we know. To each their own, I suppose. We're both going at our own speeds. Hold on. Okay, this button isn't working. This button, oh, also isn't working. Okay, that wasn't expecting both of them to not work. That's curious. Oh, I think I just had a realization. Dumb boy. This to the minus. This to the minus. This button. 1. Okay, now that just doesn't make sense. Okay, so the right one works. This one works. This one doesn't.
Yeah, one
Okay,
works.
so if this
Yeah.
one works, that means
So the
This
one
one
that's
works,
not
so
working, it's,
probably not
it's
soldered.
possible that that pin isn't soldered. Yeah,
Yeah.
onto the board. It's not a good connection.
Oh, it
yeah,
looks
this is
not
how-
soldered in the slightest, actually. It looks like there's just no solder in there.
Yeah. So that should fix it. But hey, you successfully got ESP now to work, and you've gotten one of the buttons and close to all of the buttons. That's a lot of progress in this amount of time. Actually.
I am gonna be honest, it's not nearly enough considering what I have planned for this stream. But to be fair, to my credit, I did predict that it would take me at least 2 hours to go this far. So far, we're on the clock.
Nice.
That's how professionals do it. My dominant hand this time. It's a crazy.
I'll be right back.
Right? Where did all the soldering stuff go? Well, if that's not soldered, then I'll have to do it again. Alright, let's see.
So here's the latest open muscle prototype.
Yeah, so right now, everyone, you can see what a complete newbie versus a professional looks like. Yeah. that's
Yeah,
so
so this
nice,
is
though.
a MMG sensor that uses machine learning to predict finger movements just off of forearm muscles.
That is so nice.
And it feels good and it's pretty slim. So I'm working on some of the mechanics, but
I would love to help it
It's
so
gonna
much,
make
but
it
the
smaller.
only thing I can do, the only thing I could possibly do is just make the design look pretty or something. That's my
Hey, that's
only
still helpful.
ability. 0 1 0 1. Wow. Time hour and a half to get 2 buttons. Well, I guess.
Nice. That's awesome.
All right, good.
That is great.
That's good. Now, right here, what we want to do is we want to send. It's actually not that tricky. Well, if it was in C, then I know how to do it. But it's in Python, so I'm gonna struggle a bit. What I want to do is I basically want to send a 2 bits long number. First bit indicating if the first button is pressed, the second bit indicating if the second button is pressed. Which means 0 means no buttons, 1 means 1 button, 2 means second button, 3 means both. So I'm just going to do it in the best way possible. Everyone, now you're gonna see real professional programming at work, alright? Are you everyone ready? It's gonna be great. If value 0 is equal to 0, and if value 1 is equal to 0, then total value. Actually, no, we don't actually need this line. If value 0 is equal to 1, then total value is equal to 1. Every single programmer watching this right now, assuming you, Tefta included, must love what I'm doing right now. Going over every single possible combination and, actually calling super line for it. I'm certain everyone just loves this. Isn't it great?
It is wonderful.
In C, I would know how to do it because in C, I would just need to bit shift this to the left and then add them together. So in C, it would look something like this. TV is equal, unless you can bit shift in Python, I don't know. It would be equal to value 0 plus value 1. I think this was bit shift 1 to the left. Like this. And this would be the exact same thing. But I don't know how to do it in Python, so. Who's the guy?
I don't know how to do that either.
That's Tefta. That's Tefta's Tefta. I mentioned Tefta on stream so often now. This one is ridiculous. C# minor. You don't know. That's why I want to switch to C. I'm used to C. In Python, I program like a 5-year-old, unless I'm doing manim. In Python, I program like a 5-year-old. In C, I look professional. And what's the point of having daily live streams if I'm not going to flex? And at this point also, I feel like I can remove this and just do while true. Oh, true of capital T. There we go. Alright, now we just start the program. Invalid syntax. I am Y27 if value is equal to 0 and a single AND or AND. Oh, it's AND.
It's just
Okay,
the
I see.
and D.
I see. Okay, so it did one loop and then I isn't defined. That makes sense because I isn't real, TV. And then it broke it again, line 34, because object with buffer protocol required. STR,
So just put STR
times
of
20.
TV.
Times 20 or just
Well, the
STR.
STR of TV.
Alright.
Yeah, there you go. So it just turns TV into a string, and then inherently the e.send protocol will encode it into UTF.
And I just realized this has to be 0, 0, this has to be 0, 1, this has to be 0, 1. There we go. Why is it busy? Yep. Sweet.
So
This one is...
what happens if they're 1-1?
If they are 1-1, that means no button is pressed, so we just send a 0 default value.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then... come 5. Here to achieve success, you hold a good education here. Well, I will one day hold a great education. Actually, funny enough, you've joined in for the one of many streams actually, in which I am learning. So, I suppose it's a good motivator for people, isn't it? Because many people think that I'm, like, you know, really knowledgeable and stuff. I'm not really knowledgeable. I feel like those streams are a good reminder that, you know, it takes stuff to learn.
It does.
It's also really good at teaching modesty, because I don't know how many people can relate to it. I think you can relate it because I'm pretty certain you also did these streams. It feels awful to stream and learn at the same time. At least for me.
It does. It's humbling.
Yeah,
It's
it
humbling.
feels like you're making a
I think
fool
it's
of yourself, which, I mean, makes sense because you're streaming about something you don't know. So it is good at humbling, yeah. Teaching modesty, basically.
But that's great because that makes a good learner. If you're willing to learn, even in front of people, that's super awesome. It means that you'll probably learn quite a bit if you're willing to showcase the process of learning and encourage other people to learn too.
It works. Okay, now it's time for the big test. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So, in order to do the big test, I need to take my lab power supply. Oh, I don't think I've shown you this before. I mean, I've shown you on the previous live stream, but I would like to see your reaction. This, I find it so funny. Both of these are only like weeks old, but you can see on the right, this is rust.
Deteriorated.
Yeah, this is rust.
Yeah.
This is genuine, honest rust. This is what happens when
Python to Rust.
Yeah, so quickly, right? This is what happens when you electrolyze copper sulfate. Just oxygen. This is just oxygen. I just find it... hello, I'm super excited for the day. I'm so sad I'm late. You're actually not late. I do plan this live stream to be longer. Because in the end, there's a lot of things we can do. There we go. That's a plus. And then the minus on the top. I should move it more.
And I do have to go now because I gotta prepare for my meeting.
It's completely alright. Just before you go, let me show you. Oh yeah, and the pins. Whoops, I forgot about one thing. And also I'm gonna totally ban it. Oh well. Let's switch from 5 volts to 4 volts, from 2 amperes to 1 ampere. There, now it's going. And then one last thing. Quickly. Which pins did I solve it to? On the outside, on the right side. Okay. On the right side, on the outside. Okay, I don't want to hold you here, by the way, if you really have to go. ESP 32S2 mini pinout again. It's from this cool website, openmuscle.org. Right side from the... Yes, okay, so right side like this, which means right here, and the pins are from behind 5 and 7. Alright, so message be end, and then right here we're printing the message. And how's the message? Okay, so message, paint string, lovely. The device is busy, that does make sense. Yeah, I know the packet is not ready. And then paint string, and then if paint string is equal to 0, then nothing. So if it's equal to 1, that means pin 5 pin out, wrong thing, dot value 1. And then if it's 0, we'll also have to do something. Pin 7 value 1. If it's 3, then it should be 7 and 5. And then if it's 0, 7 and 5. And if it's 0, then I should do it with Elif, shouldn't I? As if it matters.
Can you move them closer to so I can see them on the screen?
Oh, yeah, sure. So sorry. Then it's this one, except with a 0 and a 0. Like this.
Oh, cool.
Then Elif, save, run. Now, It's not working. Okay, well, it's getting the info. Okay, well, that's not what I was expecting. Now the question is, why isn't it working? From machine import pin 5 pin output value 1. Okay, so this is working. It's this which is struggling. Paint string. Wait, this is a 0.
Well,
Is it a string?
because it's not. It's a string. Yeah.
I see.
So
I see
just
the problem.
put the integer of plain string, or there, that works too.
Okay.
You could have plain string
18.
equal the integer of, but that works.
Name pin isn't defined. Oh, from machine import pin. That's... I'm sorry, but that's so cool. And this is wireless. This is... I know you all can't see it exactly on stream, but I mean...
It's wirelessly controlling.
It's wirelessly controlled motors using 2 ESPs. I know it's really simple. There's nothing complex going on, but I mean... That doesn't mean we shouldn't enjoy this. This is... I mean... And now if I press both, they're both going. That is so cool.
That's so awesome.
That is really fun. Okay. Oh, that's great. All right. And I can also increase
Sweet.
the voltage, I
I'll
suppose.
still be listening, but I'm gonna hop off. See you guys.
Show us the motors. Bye, Tefta, by the way, bye. Show us the motors, you say. Well, first of all, let me turn off my power supplies and I'll shock myself for no good reason. If I shock myself for a good reason, I would do it, but right here you can see on the sides, these are the motors. There's nothing attached to them, so you won't be able to see them spin, but we might as well attach something to them soon. Another problem we're gonna have is actually powering this ESP, because we don't want to power it with an USB-C, we want to power it using the pins. And now there's a problem. The reason why is because one thing which could power them is this, for example. What's the RPM? Honestly, I have no clue. I didn't buy these motors, I got them. I remember... Oh, by the way, Tefta, are you still watching? Oh, because this would be a cool throwback, actually. Remember the drone we were disassembling? These are the motors from the drone. These 4. Yeah, these are actually from the drone. Back then when I was disassembling them, I did mention that I will use the motors and probably the camera. I haven't had the chance to use the camera yet, but I do have the motors. So there are 2 ways in which we could power them. These 2 ways are as follows. Mini drone. Yeah, the mini drone. To be fair, I did make it way too big, the 3D print. And at this point, it's a bit too far to go back. I did assemble it all. But we could either use this or these. Now, preferably I would use these. The problem is, I don't have the connectors for them, which is a surprisingly big problem. You'd be surprised how annoying it is to connect them. I have 3, which means it should be more than enough. I group them up, but I don't know how to connect them to the thing. So what we're going to do right now probably is going to get up random wires and glue them in. That honestly tempting. Caleb, I know you said that as a joke, seriously, but it's tempting. What we're going to do is we're going to take this part, this little sucker. This little sucker is a connector. It's really nice. I love these parts, honestly. This is one of my favorite electrical parts, even though it's so simple. This is just a connector. Actually, it's not even an electrical part. It's more like a plastic part. You just plug it in, and you can plug it out. Well, it's a bit difficult. What's really convenient is that we can just solder them freely, without even thinking about what's going to go on the other side, and then we can think about what we're going to put here, and then we could just pop them in. It's great, I love it. It won't be the easiest solder, it won't be the most difficult solder, we just... Oh yeah, but I don't want to glue them in permanently though, because these are rechargeable. Normally I would just cut them and solder them directly, but I don't want to because these are rechargeable. And so, let's pin the ESP can handle up to 6 volts and reduce it free for the board, for the power. If it can handle up to 6, that would be nice because, well, this is 5 point something. This is 5 point something, which means it, and I'm pretty certain this right here, if we plug in a separate wire to the ESP, it should be a voltage divider. But I'm not going to put the money where my mouth is in this case, or it would be, because, well, it's kind of a lot to risk, so I'm glad I can handle 6. I did hear it could reduce, but I wasn't sure if it's just V-bus or if it's also a or if it's just V-in or V-bus too. So what we're going to do, I suppose in this case, is we're going to take the thing and we're going to solder the cables. Oh, goody. It's gonna be fun. Alright. In order to solder the cables, let's have to start. Verbally. It's gonna be an absolute pain! Don't worry. I'm not one to give up this easily. We're gonna rest it on the motors. I'm certain they will do the wonders. Right here. This red one. Oh, damn it! I color-coded this correctly before I even thought about making these streams. So now they're color-coded correctly. You get away with it this time, ninja! Lucky you. And it should work. Yeah, I thought so too. I just wasn't sure if because I'm really glad to get the confirmation though, because when I was looking it up, I only seen the information about the VIN, about how VIN has the reducing thing. I did not hear about V-bus, so that's really nice to hear. And I'm pretty certain, yeah, there's only V-bus, there's no VIN. So it's really nice to hear the confirmation. I'm gonna have to remove more of it. This is so awkward. So, how's everyone doing? How's everyone's day going? How are you all doing on this fine evening? You all having fun? Really hope so. It's a good day to be alive, you know? Out you go, there we go. That would be so much easier to solder. Now, we just want to bring it right here. And in order to solder it, this is going to be one of the most annoying solders I did on this thing. Not saying something, there's a lot of random stuff. There we go. Now I'll take the soldering iron and if I'm being honest, can't believe it's colding. Okay, well, that is something. Did I really do it on the first try? Well, kind of. Technically, kind of. Good enough. It looks pretty good enough. But I should be safe. I should do it properly. My trick for soldering, actually, you're all welcome for this. This is a free make it device. Is to use these cables. These are a must, by the way. If you're doing anything electronic, these are a must because it's so convenient. Plug anything in, and then you use them to hold whatever you're soldering in place. That's how I soldered most of these parts, actually. Whenever you need a fourth hand, because sometimes the third hand isn't enough. Sometimes you need a fourth. It's surprisingly often. Hold them together. There we go. Take your soldering iron and just let's check. Oh, it's holding like garbage. Good to know. hand review. Yeah, I mean, so, Caleb, you should have been watching more of my streams than if you think this is the first hand review. Or videos, I guess. This isn't even the first electronics. This isn't even the first electronic soldering live stream. This isn't even the first electronic soldering live stream with Tefta. This isn't even the first electronic soldering live stream with Tefta in this very spot. I can keep going. Proper. Sweet. Now. Okay. Now what we need to do is a bit more special, you see. Because now we just need to solve this thing. Oh boy, it's gonna be annoying. Okay, good. It's good. It's fine. Whatever. We don't care, do we? I think this way is best. Like this. So. Here we have the minus on the top, well, ground more than minus, and here we have a plus at the bottom in the middle, right here, red wire, where they all come together. And what we need to do right now is we need to plug in the minus, we need to plug in battery into the minus, and the plus at the same time, in a way which would be fine, you know. Isn't the first 547 trade depending on how you view your time? Yeah. I don't get that one, but yeah. Whatever, I agree. Okay. Any ideas, anyone? No? That's because the camera angle is so weird you can't even see what I'm doing? Well, a fair point. Do you have a more wide camera angle? Precisely what I mentioned. No, I do not. This is what we get. Okay. Going this way, actually. Ooh. Got it. Okay, so we take the black one, we cut it just a bit, and then we remove the I'm a professional, so it shouldn't be. Then we don't do the same thing for the red one. The red one's already off. Slide it in. Then we just solder the black one. Once again, tips and tricks of Make It. I'm gonna put wheels on the motors. Yes, I am. I am, in fact, going to. You got that absolutely right. And then we just need to solder the black one, the black thing. Cable. How hard could that be? How hard could that possibly be, am I right? I've never felt more wrong in my entire life. Well, I have on a couple of occasions, actually. There are a couple of places in which I've been awfully wrong. The most obvious public example comes to mind would be the electricity to electronics video. Electricity versus electronics video, which I thought would be a pretty big video. It turned up to be quite, you know, nothing burger, but professional. Good. That's exactly what I wanted to happen, actually. Which is sweet. Now all we need is just a soldering iron and a bit of solder. Just a bit though, so can't do this time. Then get ready, everyone, for the most professional solder of this 5 minutes. Well, now for the bottom one, which will be the difficult one. Sweet. Sick and shui. If anyone gets that reference, cool, good for you. I know how many people would get a reference. Oh, it's so unstable. Garbage is what it is. That's how I would describe it. Ah, shucks, it's hot. Why? I wonder why. Yeah, if I had to, if I had to describe it in one word, that word would be garbage. But it doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to kind of almost work, maybe. And now what we'd like to do is we would like to. I feel like we genuinely will just pop these in. Like this. And then tape them up. I think that's what we're going to do. We're doing hi to 6 a.m. 7. Hi to 6 a 7 m. Alt, welcome. Yummy. Where's the tape? That's what the tape is. Good to know. Okay. Everything is so high-past. Just put on tape. Okay. Alright, let's tape it together. No. Sticks. Fudge sticks. YouTube, I said fudge sticks. I'm going to tape it together because tape should be relatively easy to remove, should hold it in a relatively stable manner, and should just work, hopefully. Mechatronics. Call it robotics, that sounds so much better. Robotics sounds so much better than mechatronics. Mechatronic, like what? You're making mechanisms. No, robotics. You're making freaking robots. Alright. Please walk on the first try. Could we ever be so lucky? Or just walk on the first try? What a shocker! It isn't working on the first try. Let's check Tony again. I know you can't see Tony. Give me a second. There we go. Run. Oh my fucking lord, I wasn't expecting it to walk in the first try. YouTube, remember when I said fudge sticks as a never mind. How? Okay, not gonna question it. Good, that's good. No one, no reaction by anyone. No, it just walks on the first try, and no one's even going to react. To be fair, it's pretty simple. You know, I should hold my excitement first. Okay, speaking of wheels, you need the mad scientist make it next for your 3D make it. Oh yeah, we already have one mad scientist, but that's a wizard alchemist. I think it was. I think that one was more of an alchemist. Then a mad scientist? We should have a mad scientist. Tefta, is this your Patreon request? Oh, please let it be. Because whilst, you know, when everyone is recommending me make it, I just ignore it. When you view this Patreon request, everyone keeps requesting, like, maid outfit make it. Gross, people. I have wheels. To be fair, they are massive. Absolutely massive for these models, and I'm genuinely considering just 3D printing wheels. They are ridiculously massive, and also at the same time, I have no idea how I'm gonna attach them. Because once I could do it with glue, it's a pretty bad idea. Hold on, can I just pop them in just to see? Also, they're too big for this. Cool for school and too big for this. Because I fit the models too closely, so I have to move the models apart. Fortunately, because I'm a genius. There we go. because I'm a genius, I just tape them in instead of doing the thing, solder them. That's not how soldering works, unfortunately. If you solder something to plastic, and then you want to replace that thing, especially when you solder plastic to plastic, and then you want to replace that thing, trust me, you will feel pain. Okay, well, okay, let me remove the tape then. Fine, I see, you don't want to play. I get it, Martha. I'm tired too, right? If I'm being honest, I'm tired. There we go. Out you go. Isn't this a sweet live stream though? It worked first try. Now you acknowledge! Honestly, that's actually a very common engineering thing. Like, if something works on the first try, you will have... Well, maybe some of you have an idea. It's an incredible feeling. And also an awful feeling, because if something works on the first try, it's a red flag. Things aren't supposed to work on the first try. Like, if something works on the first try, it means something is off. So you are not moving because cables are too short, and I'm not making fun of you, I'm just acknowledging a fact, okay? Trust me, I'm the last guy to make fun of short cables, but in this case... You need your brother. Bit to the left. I'm making real progress here. Got it. More tape? Would love to. I'm going to make a gearbox transmission system later. Not for this one. For the second one, there's gonna be a gearbox transmission system. Right here, this one has 2 floors, but that's more like a proof of concept. Botti Alpha. This is Botti Null. That's her name. Use it. Right? Would you like to make a gearbox transmission system for Botti Null? She has a name. But then Botti Alpha will actually have all the cool stuff. Botti Null is just me trying it for the first. That's why it's, you know, in here with tape. For Botti Alpha, we're going to use screws for everything. I have used the screws for the corners, but to be fair, it's also not holding as well as it seems. Yeah, I have no idea I'm gonna open the wheels on it. I just wanna how it will look with the wheels right now. Well, I guess I won't get to see how it will look with the wheels. Ah! Hey. No, the front ones are lower. You are, well, I mean, lower, yeah. You are absolutely right and correct. And also this needs more tape. Hold on, let's do the right ones first. See if this distance is good enough. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so now we know where to put this one. Remove the tape, because then just close to completely encasing it. Body null and body alpha. Botti! Botti with 2 T's. Botti. Botti. Not body. Botti. Botti alpha. That's Botti alpha, this is Botti null. Botti. Yeah, you got it. First try. And by the way, you can all insult me all you want. If one of you insults Botti, you just get instant ban. Right? Botti is perfect, and Botti, there's nothing. Like, I have so many flaws. Like, it's even pointless to mention how many flaws I have. But Botti is perfect in every way possible. And everyone who disagrees is just delusional and will be banned for spreading misinformation. I now know what it feels like to have a daughter. There we go. Plugged right in. That's so dumb. Oh no, the mother fell out again. No, damn it. I need a better way to hold it in place, actually. More tape. Oh, would love to. Everyone who disagrees will have talk my equipment. Yeah, I actually know a couple of people at Boeing, so everyone who disagrees, I mean, you can if you want. I just wonder how long you last. I mean, come on, how cool is that? We went from making theoretical videos about science to building a robot and making sulfuric acid in less than a month. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know, it's like I have a daughter. Yeah, plug it right in. Oh, Caleb, when you quote me like that, okay? Caleb, I would really suggest you watch yourself when talking about body, okay? Oh, the front one also fell out. Oh, all of them are falling out. Wow, it's almost as if tape isn't strong enough to hold the entire body. Of the body. Well, her full name is Body Bud, but that's a different thing. Bud, that's with a D. First, there are two T's and then there's a D. Yeah, sorry about that. How am I supposed to hold in? Oh, I have one genius. Well, not genius, but I have one idea. I have an idea. I have these little suckers. The problem is this is insulating tape, so I'm pretty certain I won't be able to bend through it, but if I could just pop them in on each side. Something like this. There we go, and then push it in with a soldering iron. Oh, I'm sorry, is it Genius Department calling? Yeah, I'd like to accept my reward now. No glue? No glue won't be pretty enough. I know tape isn't perfect either, but it's better than glue. Ah! Stop doing that. Damn it! The brushless DC motors have really strong magnets inside them, so... Ah! It's distracting my soldering iron. Okay. Quit doing that. Quit it. Leave the soldering iron alone. Okay, you don't know what's good for you, do you? What's the point in attracting a soldering iron? Tiny Maker is always there when you least expect it, yeah? Hi, The Vault. Welcome back, by the way. We made some progress. Actually, we have. Not even me being ironic. We genuinely have made some progress. This one's gonna be annoying because... Basically, I have a really hot metallic soldering iron right next to a really strong electromagnet. This should hold it at least a bit better. If it doesn't, then... well, whoops. Well, hi there, Mr. 8. Welcome back. Where's Tefta? Tefta had to go. Because Tefta has a job. Can you imagine? Well, so do I, but my is a little big. I have less responsibilities, as I was saying. Quit doing that. You don't know what's good for you. How bad is bent plastic for you to breathe in, by the way? This is an extra card. This is Botti! Her name is Botti Null. And you are going to follow that Or else he will get a banhammer straight to the face. You really don't know what's good for you, do you? No, bad body. Bad. No, that's buddy. I'm so swear. Buddy, I'm going to say mean things soon if you don't stop acting. Ape it, like not like this. That's too far. Buddy. Like having a kid, for goodness sake. They don't listen, do they? Caleb, watch yourself. Make it count on everyone, then you have no viewers. I don't care when it goes to Botty. Caleb, one more message like that and you're getting a timeout. I will not tolerate you talking in such way about Botty. No insulting Botty. That's the rule. Stay in place. Wait, can't... How bad is heat for a mortar? That's a good question. Because I could just melt it in. Yeah, make it, touch it with your bare finger. Splendid idea. What could possibly go wrong? Fortunately, I am heat resistant. And that's a fact. Did it do anything? No? Oh, cool. Good to know. Oh, I can just pick it up. I forgot. We set it up correctly. Yeah, I can just pick it up. It's no longer plugged into anything. Okay, well, she's a bit special. Alright? She's a bit unique. But I still love her, right? I had two young cousins at home for an 8, and one said to the other, I will make you shrink by feeding you ice cubes. I mean, it's an ambitious plan. Don't laugh at them. Maybe they know something you don't. Maybe they're just hidden mad scientist geniuses, and they developed the secret formula to shrink people using ice cubes. This is the dumbest thing. I am heat resistant, fortunately, so I can just pick it up and just place it there without worrying about heat, because those silly mortal lie to me. That's just smoke. Damn. Okay, I'm emotional. Right, pop this wheel right in. Pop this wheel right in. Bothy. Oh, this motor is moving all over the place. Well, whoops, what you gonna do? I'm not gonna fix that. Why would I? Now it's time for the other side. So unstable. Ah! Stay! Okay. Oh, it's so dumb. Okay, now plug it into power. Stay. No. Get okay. Well, so okay. Change your plans. First, plug it into power. Then put the wheels in. I said put the wheels in. All right. Okay, so all the motors are off the ground. Fuck. How am I supposed to put the motors in then? Oh, that's difficult. It's surprisingly difficult. All right. Unplug you as well. Make it by. I remember a few years ago I had a friend who was 10 or 12, so I suppose made an RC controlled car with good mobile connectivity, probably somehow with his brother. His jeans always feel down after that. What am I doing with my life? I want to join like that. Don't compare yourself to others. That's a simple fix, I think. Listen, if it was like 10 or 12, imagine how I feel. If it was 10 or 12 and I'm struggling with it at such an old age. Okay. Try it again. So the problem is that these holes are too close and these wheels are too big. They need to be further apart, but you know, these are 3D printed ones, so not kind of just as simple as just putting them apart. Unless I am a genius. There's a way to fix this. Right, what if I take this thing and pop it in right here? Maybe in the middle. Yeah. Soldering iron. Whoa, don't! You saw it, it came right up to my soldering iron. Stay back. Don't do that thing. There are really strong magnets inside. Don't do it again. I'm warning you. It's for your own good. Trust me. You don't want this. No? And since I spent so much time positioning it, might as well secure the motor in place by plugging the grab on. The other side just something heavy. There we go. Now it shouldn't be going anywhere. Now we should be in. And my friend for a model attachment issue with cable box get into place. So it's better to make types on the cardboard? Is that an insult towards both, you know? Wait, what did Noel say? I don't even say no. I don't even see Noel's comment. I don't even see Noel's comment. I'm not joking. For me, there was just no comment from Noel. Yeah, that is what happens. If you comment an insult, it just won't even get displayed. This won't solve the initial issue, but it will of something at least. I dropped my nut on my up. Oh, put it back, then there. I can see there is a screw not letting it go any further. This doesn't actually help. No, it just made it less stable. Good to know. Good, really good to know. Swell to know. I might genuinely go with plan B. Don't. I saw you slowly turning towards me. I'm good, trust me. You saw it, right? It jumped right out me. No, you're on the other side there. No jumping. Yes, stop disconnect. Busy. You're studying Green's theorem. Good luck then. Enzo, like if humans don't need drugs. Hi there, Happy. Welcome. Doing. I can just put them all back in. It's such a shame because they are exactly the space apart you need for these wheels to overlap, which is really annoying. If they were any little bit further apart, they would be fine. But to be fair, we also have the issue of mounting them. I guess I could just make smaller wheels, but how am I going to mount them? I have one idea. It's not great. Something. I forgot what you're doing. Can you tell me? Oh, hi. Well, happy. I'm making Botty. Botty the bot. Botty null to be exact. Robotics. Yeah, finally! Someone called robotics. Gunner 10. What has happened? Not much. Not much. Proceeds to move in the body. You know, I have an idea. We're gonna take some screws. We're gonna take them. We're gonna screw them in right here. And we're gonna make like a lock. The motor. I mean, I have screwed it up sufficiently at this point, I would say. Another idea just popped into my head, just like that. It would require... Hold on, this might actually work. How much tape do I have? That's not a lot, okay. That's not nearly enough for what I'll need to do, but... It might almost maybe kind of worked. First of all, we need to move the motor. This motor has to be a little tiny, ever so slightly bit forward. And once we do have space for that, we need something to fill in this space. Something to fill in that space that it wouldn't fall into it. So I just need, honestly, like random garbage to fill it in. Quite literally anything. This... Good enough. This random piece of plastic. There. Stop it from falling in. Now just a little bit of tape to hold in place, and then we're gonna do the tricky bit. How bad is breathing in smoke, hot plastic? Because I'm kind of burnt plastic, because I'm kind of doing it right now. I'd like to know. More tape? Would love to. Here's what I'll do. Proceed to destroy the box, separate the motor just now to keep the wheels from overlapping. I mean, yeah. Calculate pressure viscosity levels in relation to organic compositions and the weight of any molecular explosion. Me copying chemistry and physics make it. It's a lot of big boy words in one sentence. There. It should be held well enough in place. Second motor can just be in the hole, which is convenient. And then he timed for my idea. DIY robot. Well, I mean, I did it myself, but DIY, that's insulting. Her name is Botty Null, and you're going to use her God-given name. Okay, this is going to be pretty smart, actually. So, you all get ready. We're gonna have this onto the other side. So, if wire going full length. Then what we need is we need just a little bit of tape just to hold the second one in place so that the magnets won't snatch it up. And now we need a big old piece of tape. You're calling yourself God? I will neither deny nor confirm that sentence. I mean, I've realized that, yeah, that actually would be the message of the sentence. The God giveth and the God taketh away. And right now I'm gonna give you a big old piece of tape. You can see the shadow already. Alright, time to move this thing. You know what, let me just take this cable out actually. Now, it's a really big piece of tape, and I really don't want it to stick too much, so. Oh, I'm such a genius. Oh, I am so great and amazing. You all should genuinely just pay me. Just because I feel like I should charge you all for witnessing my greatness. That's how outstanding I am. But I don't, because I'm great. So I could charge you all for just witnessing this absolute masterpiece. But I don't charge you. Y'all ever think about that? And now, my soldering iron just fell and it's hot. Okay, well, that was bound to happen at some point. Fortunately, I've salvaged the situation. Fuck! The soldering piece came out. Okay, well... Oh, no. Oh, no. You stay there and cool down, preferably. Quickly, please. I should really get a more stable setup. But now we turn body over. Do it like this. Keep this in. Okay. Ha ha ha. Hee 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 ha. Oh, this is going to work so well. I can already tell. Make it almost dies on stream. It wouldn't be the first nor the last time this happens. Well, not exactly the soldering iron falling, but me dying on stream. Oh, it's holding. Okay, sweet. To be fair, it's not perfect because this thing is too low this time, but it's fine. First we're gonna do the other side, then we're gonna think of a way to solve that problem. Let's tackle them one by one. How about that? Okay. DIY explosive fun for the family. There are water balloons with 3 fire balloons with new 3 for the winter. Cool. Hold on. Okay. First time for the. Oh, how did I do the first piece of tape? Honestly, I'm so impressed with how I did the first time. I don't know if I'll be able to repeat that. That was just. It felt like water bending, honestly. Except it was a piece of tape. The trick is to move it through the entire. Oh, that's how I did it. Oh, thank goodness I'm amazing and I can actually repeat my miracles. I'm just saying, Jesus only did his thing once. Never repeated the thing. I can. Am I saying I'm better than Jesus? No. I'm just saying we should think about stuff. Okay, I'll do it on my lap because it's actually show you the finished product. Look, we have racing stripes. Okay. Pop this in. Pop this in. That's 2. That's only two. Now it's time for the other two. Oh no, the battery disconnected! Oh, shucks. Okay, plus to plus, minus to minus. Okay, the battery completely disconnected. It's fine. That's precisely why I use tape, as I mentioned. It's, you know, it holds kind of and it's easy to dismantle. You Chris has some good looking wheels. Thank you. Those are the I just bought them. I didn't make them in the slightest. I just bought these wheels, so I'm glad that when you decided to compliment both, you complimented the one thing I didn't make. I have made practically everything else. Unless you're talking about individual MOSFETs and individual ESP, like the individual basic components, I have designed and made everything in here. So I'm glad you want to compliment the wheels. Alright, plus to plus, minus to minus. The glorious creation. Right, let's try it. You can. Well. Well. You all won't believe it if I tell you, but like, body can't really move. Okay, what a shocker. Oh, it moved! You all saw that, right? Okay, well, the left button isn't working. Buddy, you moved. That was your first step. Oh, I'm so proud. Okay, well now neither of the buttons is working. That's good. The problem is, I'm assuming. Okay, is this good enough for a video? What do you all think? Is it good enough as a finished product? No, it's not, of course. We need to attach the wheels, actually. It just falls apart the second I touch it. That's great. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that it's solid craftsmanship and most of it is held together by tape. Alright. I should make different wheels. To be fair, free and honest, do I have anything I could make better wheels? Well, not better, I mean, you know, easier wheels. Hold on, does it actually... Oh, why did it turn off again? Oh no. Oh no. Why aren't you moving? Is it the battery? Oh, well, that's great news, isn't it? That's just splendid news. I hope it's the battery. Because that wouldn't be too bad. Just the battery. If it's anything else, the battery, I'll just say it wouldn't be great. But went for the repair again, yeah, I mean... Okay, the battery slid right out, so it could mean anything. Right, let's see. Nope. We're good. I'm sorry, what just fell off? Okay. Cool, you mind not doing that again? Just, you know, for my sake. We can't use these wheels. These wheels are way too big, hard to attach. And the problem. Problem is I don't have any other wheels. I might need to 3D print some, but if I 3D print some, that's gonna be for tomorrow because I don't have a 3D printer. I know a guy who knows a guy who has a 3D printer, but... So if I were to 3D print them, that would have to be for tomorrow. We did actually a solid, it's 3 hour long live stream. And we have body well finished. All we need to do is just attach the wheels. That's it. But after it's done, we're gonna start working on we're going to start working on body alpha. Anyhow, I think that genuinely will be it for today's live stream. That was actually a pretty good live stream. Pretty solid. Let's turn everything off. And the only price was my soldering iron, which completely broke. Body beta. No, body beta. I mean, I do plan on making body beta. It's just that it will take a really long time because we haven't even made alpha. We haven't even made null. Null is still in the working. Gaming stream next. I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I prefer the perspective. So do I actually. In perfect timing, I have leave in 2 minutes. Well, yeah, it's all timed. Anyhow, next time, body should be finished, so we won't be streaming body. Next time, I think will be a bit more boring because we'll just try to get this to work with C. So next time will be a bit more boring, but if we finish next time, then we'll actually get a lot of things that we can do. We will be able to operate this, which is a brushless DC motor, and so on and so forth. Anyhow, I suppose for now it'll be it. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.